Hi everyone, I'm Karen MacNeil, author of the Wine Bible and editor of the digital newsletter Wine Speed. I'm coming to you from my offices in the Napa Valley, and I'm sorry I can't be there with you in beautiful Verona. Stevie Kim had asked me to speak on the topic of human connection in wine. The title of the seminar was to be, Even in the Age of AI, the Human Connection Still Matters. I'd like to change that a little bit and say, because we live in the age of AI, the human connection that wine provides is more important than ever. For the 8,000 years of its existence, wine has been a communal beverage. Ancient Mesopotamian pottery and drinking cups attest to this. By the time of the invention in the late 18th century of cylindrical bottles, wine was well established as a beverage that was meant to be shared, a beverage that brought people together in generosity and goodwill. I have always found it psychologically fascinating that when you ask someone to name the greatest wine they've ever drunk, that person always remembers who they were with when they drank that special bottle of wine. Wine, it seems to me, is inextricably linked to human connection. Wine bonds us together in community, in family, and in friendship. Ironically, though, despite the powerful bonds that wine creates, we often run our businesses as if human connection was irrelevant. We talk about wine in the context of numbers. How many hectares, how many months in the barrel, percentages of new oak, degrees of alcohol, percentages of grape varieties, and on and on. These are among the data that AI will most certainly begin to dominate. But how a wine makes us feel, how a wine connects us to the most important moments in our lives, those are the stories that we must tell, and we must tell them more often. In the new book, The Power of Moments, the authors study why some moments in life have such critical positive impact on us. They go on to wonder if there are ways we could actually create important moments in our lives. And they tell the result of one of their research studies where a presenter made a presentation for about 15 minutes. Later, everyone in the audience was asked what they remembered. More than 60% of the audience remembered a story that was shared during the presentation, but only 5% remembered a number or a statistic from the presentation. Wine's most precious asset, its ability to bring us together, to create social bonds, to enhance and deepen friendships. These are the stories behind our passion for wine, and these are the stories that we need to tell. This past spring, I was struck and demoralized by so much of the negative press about wine. Why wasn't the wine industry telling the positive story about wine, I wondered. It was as if the whole industry had been immobilized into a kind of silence. Silence can be dangerous. One morning, walking the dog, I came up with an idea called Come Over October. I imagined what it might be like if every American did something simple and true, if they simply invited a friend, a colleague, a neighbor, a family member to come over and share some wine. That morning, I called two friends in the wine industry, Gino Colangelo and Kimberly Charles. They are both wine communications specialists, and I asked them what they thought. That day, the three of us formed a small company to tell the positive stories about wine. All three of us donate our time to the mission. None of us takes a salary or a fee. We went live with Come Over October about 16 weeks ago. Wineries large and small, trade groups from around the US, and trade groups from around the world, importers, distributors, and retailers joined us. As of a few days ago, the Come Over October campaign had reached 1.7 billion impressions. And during October, more than 1,000 wine stores in the US were having Come Over October promotions. So I look forward to having you join us for Come Over October 2025, because wine touches the hearts of people. Wine brings us together. This is an essential truth that we all know and we all feel. Wine forges human connection, and that's more powerful than AI. Thank you, and I will see you in October 2025. Cheers.